Hey everyone, how's it going? So for today's video, we'll just do the usual. We'll start from the 3-day and go to the lower time frames. And there's not really much to follow up with my trade. I'm basically not short. And not really follow up to with anything, with any of the analysis from the other days. We're basically just waiting to see how this plays out and waiting to see if the range is, if the structure is completely destroyed. So we'll start with the 3-day on the Stoke chart. We can see that the Stokes, they're all pointing down now. They were kind of going sideways and now they're all curling down. We got 2 out of 3 over here that are curling down, and this one is crossing down. So yeah, that's basically saying the momentum is completely to the downside, completely wearing off. The chance of this recovering is diminishing by the second, basically. And I believe this, yeah, the 3-day is closing tomorrow on Saturday, and then the 2-day I believe is closing as well. So I'm expecting a little more of a scammy weekend than usual. So we'll just have to see how all this manifests. We'll go to a 3-day on the volatility side. So on the MACD, this hasn't reflected yet because MACD is a little bit lagging. It needs the close to print on the momentum. But the Stokes actually prints as the candle is going. So this is already printing that the momentum is to the downside. The downside momentum is increasing. Volatility is not telling me too much. 3-day on our RSI and our TSI not telling me too much. I believe it's still the same posture. Yeah, this was kind of curving, but now it looks like it's gonna flop over. So this is not the posture I'm looking for. I'm looking for a posture that more like this, that curves and goes. It doesn't lose its curvature. If anything, it gains. The curve turns up rather than curving and then just flopping over. So this is not the posture I'm looking for. 2-day on our Stoke chart. Yeah, so yesterday we closed it, but we didn't take it out. But we've already wicked below our closing body here twice as well. So to me, the damage is done. Like this can just dead cat get up to here or get up to here. Test one of these supports that have become resistance now, and just continue on. Like it could potentially just backfill this candle and then flop over. Like I'm not looking for too much action out of this. And yeah, everything they're all down. They're all down. Yep. This is crossing up, but it's like I put a lot more weight on the slope of the red, because the blue is super reactive. It'll just go all over the place, but the red is like slow reacting. It takes a lot of price action to actually curve it, so I put more weight on that. So 2-day on our volatility chart, not much on the volatility. Momentum is wearing down on the MACD momentum side, and the momentum of the Stokes is wearing down as well. 2-day on our RSI and our TSI. Yeah, so I mentioned the 3 drives of divergence. I don't think this is fully played out. Like this could have a lot more. It could do a lot more damage. This is basically like a $3,500 move, top to bottom. It could have a lot more, especially on the 2-day. So until this turns into a green candle and takes out the open of this red candle, I wouldn't be convinced that it's fully played out. Because like if this gets confirmed as a low by this green candle closing above it, then we can say that the drives are played out, and we'll have to see what it does after, if it goes sideways and flops over or tries to kind of test some resistances above. But I'm not seeing strength here. This is just, it looks sloppy. It looks like it's flopping over. We'll go to the daily now on our Stoke chart. So bearish engulfing yesterday. Momentum is to the downside. It's kind of curving, but I think I'm getting Yeah, these ones are still down. So I look for at least 2 out of 3 here to kind of pick a bias, like have my bias be towards the upside or the downside. Right now it's to the downside because I'm getting 2 out of 3 pointing down and one barely trying to go sideways. Like I wouldn't even say that this is trying to curve yet because it's literally going sideways. It's not like curving to the upside. Like I need to see a curve to even consider anything. This is just down, down to me, down and sloppy, going down, being sloppy, flopping over. Um, yeah, yeah. Or one sec. Yeah, no, never mind. Daily on the volatility, I believe this one's bottomed on the volatility, which is direction neutral. So, and this one is expanding from the bottom. So volatility expanding with price breaking down. That's basically a huge warning sign. That means whatever is gonna come is just getting started potentially, but obviously take it with a pinch of salt. And, this can, like, if it starts expanding, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed gonna go up. It can expand, and then if a move comes, if it starts bouncing, then it'll start expanding. It'll just test the EMA. It'll just flop over again. It'll just do its up and down thing. You can see like here, it just goes sideways, goes up and down. So it's not like if it starts expanding, it's not a guarantee that it's gonna go red line, and it's not gonna, doesn't mean that this is just gonna dump to hell. But it's it's all about confluence. Like it's giving confluence with the majority. It's giving confluence to the bias of the downside, to my bias towards the downside, and like majority of things are giving me that. I'm getting like 8 out of 10 things pointing down, and like maybe like barely 2 out of 10 out of all my tools saying maybe sideways, maybe a little try up, but it's just not enough. So daily on the RSI chart, um yeah, we have 3 drives here as well, so yeah, we'll have to see how it plays out because we have the 2 day as well with the 3 drives. And on that chart it looks a lot more, it definitely looks like it has more to go, but this is more like, this is doing stutter steps, like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and basically riding the 21 down, like rejecting the 21 down, I would say. So it will just have to see how it reacts. Um, oh, it was riding the 200 and rejecting the 21. Was it the 200? Yeah, I believe the white one is 200 EMA. Yeah, 200. Um, yeah, it's let's see, RTSI. Yeah, flopping over. So we'll go to the 12-hour on the Stokes. I would still say down. Because I wanted to go outside of the box and come back in. This one's kind of trying, but until it comes back into the box, it's no. I don't even look at it as anything. Because it could literally go in and come in here and then just go just go up and down, zigzag around, and then it could, or it can even just go on a flat line at the bottom. If it's here, it doesn't mean it's gonna go up. It has to go outside of the purple box, curl back in, and have a decent curvature in the slope. So that's basically what I look at. And right now it's not giving me that. Yeah, not much else there. So 12-hour on the momentum and volatility. Yeah, they're both expanding now as the price is dumping. Oh yeah, they're both expanding. So that's in confluence with the daily volatility expanding. And there's times where I see volatility expanding on the 4 hour, and it's enough to signal a move, either breaking down or breaking out, because obviously volatility is direction neutral. But when I see it on the daily and the 12 hour, that's actually pretty concerning to me. Because the damage that can do if it picks up, if it actually starts breaking down on that structure. Because, like, obviously, it's a pattern or an oscillator or anything like a signal on a 4 hour is not going to be as bad or as good as a signal or like an oscillator giving a signal or anything like that on a higher time frame. So when I see it on the 12 hour and daily, to me it's pretty concerning. Like, I'm definitely expecting some big moves, I would say. I'm not gonna, like, I don't wanna get people to FOMO into anything, so I'm not gonna say anything stupid, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Just take it with a pinch of salt though. Um 12 hour no divergence. This is flopping over. Um we'll just do the 4 hour quickly. 4 hour sideways, trying to bounce. Nah, not really. I'm not really seeing. I'm not getting. And here we can see we had divergence. It didn't even bother with the divergence. It just went up a little bit and just literally flopped over. Like, the 4 hour divergence called from 31 to, like, not even a. Well, actually, I guess that's okay. But we can see, like, this divergence call. How much did this get? 33 all the way to 30. Basically 2 grand. So when we get a bearish divergence, we get 2 grand, but when we get a bullish divergence, we get like barely a grand. So yeah, I don't. It's not looking good for the bulls. That's the way I would say it. Yep, volatility is expanding here as well. This is the kind of expansion I want. This is what I want to see. Testing the EMA, that's totally fine, but we can see, like, it's it's kind of putting higher lows, you can say. So yeah, definitely showing expansion. Momentum wearing down. Current, like, it's a 4 hour, right? So this one's the momentum wearing down. This one, yeah, same thing. 4 hour on this this chart, RSI and RTSI. Yeah, that's the divergence that barely got a move, and nothing else there. And I imagine this is flopping over. Yep, flopping over. Yeah, so that's basically it. It's I wouldn't start taking trades here in this area because it can get really scammy. Um, I would just be safe if you guys are not already in a trade, and just wait for a good trade to come to you. If you're lucky and you end up catching, like, if you get like a little bounce of shorts closing, or basically a little liquidity grab, and you end up getting like a decent a decent short entry, then I would go for it and be safe. But I wouldn't long here. I would not personally long here, and I wouldn't short right here either. If I can get a decent, if like, I'm already net short from like 35ish, so I was hedging it and just maintaining the entry because I was expecting this down the line. But yeah, I wouldn't long here. Like, if we sweep the lows of the 30s, and then there's like a strong bounce, then I'll hedge my short again. But longs are the odds of longs to me are very, very, they're bad right now, the odds for them. So I would basically I would just be safe, honestly. Just be safe. Manage risk. And I guess that's everything for today. I will see you guys. So yeah, for the weekends, I'm gonna do basically, I'm gonna make the video after the daily close, so it's gonna be later than usual. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Take care, have a good one, be safe, and see you tomorrow.